answer may be different from what you think. So families will do almost anything to get into college. They'll spend thousands of dollars on test prep for study for the SAT or the ACT. They may even cheat to help their students to get into college. But few people think about what happens once you get into college. You may be accepted, but are you really ready to do the work? And that's the problem that we're facing in American education. So the research shows that about 50% of college students have to take some sort of remedial reading class. So in other words, they aren't ready to do college level reading yet, and they're assigned to take extra classes. And this rate is much higher than it was even in the mid 2015s. It continues to go up. And there are higher rates for remedial classes for students who might be considered more vulnerable or who have disadvantages. And that's especially true for students who were raised in poverty, students who may not have had a lot of economic income growing up. And there are some problems with remedial classes. And the first one is that they don't really work. The remedial classes are not tailored enough to what the students need because students have individual needs, and they're very short. To take a child who may be multiple grade levels behind in reading and try to catch that child up with one class or even two classes, that's going to be really difficult. And the other thing is that these remedial classes often lead to students dropping out. Students get frustrated, and they also have an economic problem because Pell Grants and other financial aid will only cover a few hours of remedial classes. So research shows that even after all these classes, 60% of all college students struggle with comprehension. That means they struggle understanding what they read. That is a huge, huge number. That's a huge statistic. And it makes me think about our education system and how well or how not so well we're doing with reading. The good news is that there's something that students can do to prevent this problem, and that is to read a lot during high school.